In the chilling tale of Sister Irene and the Midnight Cemetery Ritual, we explore a story that blurs the line between faith and fanaticism. Our story begins in the 1950s in a small town where an elderly nun named Sister Irene resided. She was well respected by the townspeople for her piety and commitment to the church. However, behind closed doors, she was known for her unorthodox, and some would say heretical practices. One evening, as dusk settled over the town, several young boys ventured out of their homes and approached the cemetery. Their innocent game of hide-and-seek took a sinister turn when they stumbled upon the weathered grave of a young girl who had died under mysterious circumstances. As they played, one of the boys accidentally knocked over the girl's headstone. Startled by the sound, they fled from the cemetery, their youthful laughter replaced by terrified screams. Word of the incident quickly spread, reaching the ears of Father Michael, a compassionate priest who was deeply concerned about the spiritual well-being of the town. He saw the accident as an opportunity to guide the children away from the darkness that seemed to be enveloping their community. With a heavy heart, he decided to investigate the cemetery and the grave of the young girl. Upon his arrival at the cemetery, he found the headstone toppled over, revealing a disturbing sight beneath it. The ground had been disturbed, indicating that someone had recently dug up the remains of the young girl. Shocked and saddened by this desecration, Father Michael immediately contacted the local authorities, who launched an investigation into the matter. As the town grappled with this unsettling event, rumors began to circulate, casting suspicion on the elderly nun, Sister Irene. Some townspeople recalled hearing strange sounds emanating from the cemetery at night, leading them to believe that Sister Irene might be involved in dark and unholy practices. Determined to uncover the truth, Father Michael decided to confront Sister Irene directly. When he questioned her about the missing grave marker and the possibility of her involvement in the disturbance, she responded with a cryptic smile, leaving Father Michael more puzzled than ever. Despite her evasive answer, he couldn't help but notice the strange burn marks on her hands, which she tried to conceal. These burn marks only added to the mystery surrounding her and fueled speculation about her activities. As days turned into weeks, the investigation made little progress, and the mystery of the missing headstone remained unsolved. The townspeople, plagued by fear and uncertainty, turned to religion for solace. They organized a mass at the church, pleading for divine intervention to expose the darkness that had fallen upon their community. However, just as the townspeople began to lose hope, a breakthrough occurred. A young woman named Mary came forward with information that shocked the entire congregation. She revealed that she had witnessed a disturbing sight in the cemetery. She had seen Sister Irene, her face covered in burns, practicing dark magic around the newly dug-up grave. This shocking testimony tied Sister Irene directly to the cemetery disturbances, casting her as the main suspect in the case. With the evidence against her mounting, Father Michael confronted Sister Irene once again. He demanded an explanation for her actions and for the desecration of the cemetery. But Sister Irene, instead of confessing her sins, grew increasingly agitated. Her demeanor shifted, and she began to exhibit strange and disturbing behaviors. As the confrontation escalated, witnesses reported seeing Sister Irene transform before their eyes. Her skin took on a sickly green color, and her eyes glowed with an eerie light. They watched in horror as she thrashed about, seemingly possessed by an evil spirit. In the midst of this terrifying spectacle, Father Michael remained resolute. He knew that he had to save the souls of the townspeople from the clutches of darkness. With the support of the church, he initiated an exorcism to banish the evil spirit that had taken hold of Sister Irene. The exorcism was a long and arduous process, but eventually the spirit was driven out of Sister Irene's body. As the last vestiges of the evil spirit were expelled, Sister Irene collapsed, her body racked with pain and remorse. In the aftermath of the exorcism, Sister Irene confessed to her crimes, revealing the extent of her involvement in dark magic and the occult. She admitted to using the cemetery as a site for her rituals, believing that it was a place of great spiritual power. However, she also claimed that she had been coerced into these practices by a mysterious entity that had promised her power and knowledge beyond her wildest dreams. As the townspeople grappled with the revelations, they realized that the darkness that had possessed Sister Irene had also infiltrated their community. Many of them had been unwittingly drawn to the cemetery, seeking help from Sister Irene's supposed powers. They had hoped that she could provide them with guidance and solace, but they had instead become pawns in her sinister game. In the end, the story of Sister Irene served as a warning to the townspeople and those who would follow. It was a reminder that the line between good and evil is often blurred, and that even those who appear most pious may be hiding the most sinister of secrets.